Welcome back to the Sail Prairie Sound Generational Zoomcast with Brad Lakey and Garrett McNabb. This is part 2 of the Generational Zoomcast with Brad and Garrett. And on today's episode, they talk about what it was like being at Sail Prairie Sound when we didn't have the great facilities that we have right now. As some may know, the longtime Sail Prairie Sound sailors, sailing school used to be run off the beach, and we didn't have the building that we have right now. Brad and Garrett also talk about the relationship and the friendship that they were able to develop at Sail Prairie Sound, which would lead to them being great race partners and 29er sailors in the future. So with that, let's get into another edition, part 2 of the Sail Prairie Sound Generational Zoomcast with Brad Lakey and Garrett McNabb. Both of you guys lived in Prairie Sound at the time you were going to Sail Prairie Sound. So it's something that's kind of a surreal experience for some racers, that you actually got to see each other in the wintertime, not in sailing season as well. What was it like being race partners and being able to, hang out all year long?
It's pretty cool. I mean, Garrett and I became best friends through our relationship at Sail Prairie Sound. So like you said, it's probably unique for a lot of people. But yeah, I mean, that was awesome. It just, we probably spent, who knows, every weekend hanging out, whatever, not necessarily sailing in the winter, but just doing whatever. It was fun.
Yeah, it's funny. We went to different high schools, but we were still very much hung out after meeting at sailing. I think we went out to Whistler snowboarding, and we kind of bonded doing other activities beyond sailing. We joined men's hockey together. That was a variety of the activities we ended up doing together. But sailing is where we met and became best buds.
Well, Sail Prairie Sound, when you guys were there, probably looked a little bit different than the people that are going to Sail Prairie Sound, how they would see it right now. We didn't have the great building that we have right now. You guys were actually doing all the lessons on the beach. What was that like, learning sailing and always being in the elements?
It was everything was outdoors under the tents, rain or shine, unless it was some sort of crazy thunderstorm. But then we'd have to make the big trek up to one of the schools, usually walking in the rain. But yeah, other than that, it was, I don't know, that's just how it was. So we didn't know anything different. I don't think. It was a pretty cool experience looking back. I mean, certainly now seeing the sailing school and their building, and it's kind of, kind of envy that, but definitely being on the beach had its perks. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. You shared the beach with, the public beach, and then we also shared the boat ramp, which is a public boat ramp, and sometimes you'd be in somebody's way as you're trying to get onto the water or get off. It was, I don't know. Yeah, like Brad said, you were just kind of raised on it, so you didn't know any different. It seemed to be what it was, but it was some good memories there, that's for sure.
Well, you guys spent quite a bit of time taking lessons at Sail Prairie Sound, but eventually you decided to get into racing. Was it love of sailing that you guys wanted to get into racing? Was it you wanted to be more competitive in sailing? What made you guys want to be racers?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was just kind of the next step, go through white sail and bronze sail, which I guess no longer exists, but yeah, it was kind of the next step, is getting into the racing program. And we were pretty fortunate to have a really, really good racing coach, Tim Searle at the time. And yeah, it was a pretty big group of people actually. Just took that next step into racing, and then as soon as you get the chance to go to a regatta, there's no turning back. You get pretty hooked on that environment. It's a lot of fun. So I think that's probably what dragged us in.
Yeah, I think it was kind of the natural step. We were all spent our summer sailing, so you just wanted to keep going. And like Brad said, it was just the natural evolution to it. But I remember the first regatta being very nerve-wracking, but by the end of it, though, you fell in love with it. It was very addictive, and we did have a pretty large group. And actually, a lot of people were in that group, Brad, from Prairie Sound. What do you say?
Yeah. It's probably, there's probably Oh, geez, like maybe 15 people on the race team, and at least half of them were from town,
I think so. Yep.
maybe more.